Hi guys, this is Mrs. Lyons. Today we're going to talk about decomposition reactions. Decomposition reactions, remember, are when we have something that is decomposing. Sounds just like the name, so it's falling apart. The way to identify decomposition reactions is we always start with a compound, and we always start with one single reactant. And that reactant then is breaking down to form two elements, or sometimes two simpler compounds. But it's always one reactant to form two products. Okay, so you should be able to identify those. When you see them, the thing that you're going to notice is there's only one reactant. So what you're going to do is you're going to break that down. So we have potassium chloride. That's going to break down to K plus Cl. Now here's the question. Can I just leave it like that? Is it just K plus Cl? Hopefully you're thinking, there's something. Sometimes elements aren't just by themselves. When is that? You have to remember our Oberfinkel elements. Let's see, hydrogen, oxygen, bromine, fluorine, iodine, nitrogen, and chlorine. Spells Oberfinkel. And remember that when we find these elements by themselves in nature, they exist as the diatomic compound. Okay, so there's always two of them bonded together. So notice chlorine is one of our Oberfinkel 7. So chlorine can't just be Cl, it has to be Cl2. So that's what we have to think about when we think about decomposition reactions. And now we'll notice that this isn't balanced. We need to put a 2 over here and a 2 here to have a balanced chemical equation. What about aluminum bromide, AlBr3? We know that in a decomposition reaction, those two elements are going to fall apart. It's going to break into the individual elements. So aluminum plus bromine. Are we done? Hopefully you said no, we're not done, because bromine is a Oberfinkel element. So we have to have Br2. And then we have to balance. So we're going to have to get 6 bromine on each side so that we have some number that is got a common multiple. So let's see, I'm going to put a 3 here. That gives me 6 bromine. 2 here means I have to have 2 aluminum. Now I have a balanced chemical equation. 2 more examples. Calcium oxide. We know that this is going to break apart to form calcium plus oxygen. Remember, oxygen is one of the Oberfinkel elements, so we've got to have a 2 here. And I guess we should say, if an element is not one of the Oberfinkel 7, like calcium and like those other elements in our reaction, we just have a single element. It exists as a single atom, okay, in nature. So here we've got calcium oxide breaks apart to give us calcium plus oxygen. We need to balance this by putting 2's here, and then we have a balanced chemical decomposition reaction. Last example. Sodium nitride. We know it's going to break apart to give us sodium, just sodium atoms. It's not one of the Oberfinkel, but then we're going to have nitrogen, which is, so we've got N2. So let's see, in this case we need 2 nitrogen, so we're going to have to put a 2 here and a 6 here for this to be a balanced chemical equation. Okay, so that was a real quick, snappy lesson on decomposition reactions. I hope it made sense. I will see you soon.